Hi, this is the team from Easel, and today we're going to be doing a video on how to select and edit object sizes. When you click on an object, you can tell it's selected because a bounding box will appear around it, and that bounding box will have 4 squares in the corner and 1 square at the top, which if we click on allows us to rotate the object, which is a little hard to visualize with this circle. So we'll do it with a square really quick. But it allows us to rotate it as much as we want. We can change the dimensions of an object by clicking into this section on the shape and cut menu here that says size. And we can then type in a dimension we want, say 4 inches. We can see that it changed the dimension on the width, but the height did not change. So I'll change it now here, and that will get it back to a proportional size. We can change the dimensions at the same time by clicking on this button here and locking the dimensions together so that when I change one dimension, the other changes with it proportionally. You can also change the dimension of an object by clicking in one of these squares on the bounding box and moving it up and down, and that will change it proportionally, or clicking on it on one of the lines of the bounding box and dragging it, and that won't change it proportionally. It'll just change it on either the width or the height dimension, depending on which one you're clicking on. Another thing to notice is that when you select into the size box, you can type more complex measurements into the system. So I can do, say, 2 inches plus 35 millimeters and press enter, and that will change that dimension in the width and the size box depending on what that measurement ends up being in inches, which is what my easel is set to. I can also do 3/4 of an inch plus 5/8 of an inch, plus 5/8 of an inch, and Easel will input that into a measurement that is in inches. So that's just a little bit more about how to change the size of an object in Easel, as well as how to enter complex measurements into the sizing portal. Have a wonderful day.
To learn more, head over to easel.com.